In January 2011, experts and senior diplomats from the OSCE region gathered in Vienna, Austria, for a two-day workshop on the OSCE's role in the implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1540. Adopted in 2004, Resolution 1540 obligates all UN member states to take the necessary steps to stop weapons of mass destruction from falling into the hands of non-state parties. During the workshop, the U.S. mission to the OSCE asked some of the participants for their views.
The United Nations Security Council Resolution 1540 is important because it's somewhat of a visionary statement by the Security Council and the United Nations to address a threat to international peace and security in a preventive way before it happens. Even though some may say that the threat of such a weapon of mass destruction falling into the hands of terrorists is remote, even one incident would paralyze the international community.
Recent events in Russia also have, of course, made an impact. One could imagine if an event like that would happen where say, nuclear materials or poisonous chemicals were used, it would be devastating to any country and of course to the public.
If weapons of mass destruction would go into the hands of those who are supposed not to have it, it could create a big risk of conflict. We are determined to prevent this from happening. 1540 is a strong instrument for our work in this respect.
Resolution 1540 serves really as a polar star for efforts by governments, by regional, international organizations to coordinate the broad range of activities aimed at curbing the spread of weapons of mass destruction. This set of activities ranges from border controls to export controls to facility security, and having, let's say, a fixed navigation point is extremely important so that these organizations can better coordinate and implement these activities.
There is a question whether OSCE should be involved altogether in the promotion of 1540. It is, after all, something that is being done in the United Nations. There is the resolution. I think there shouldn't be any doubt that OSCE, as the biggest regional security organization in the world, should have a prominent role in implementing this resolution 1540 and indeed create awareness that this is an instrument that could prevent very ugly things from happening.
We're trying to really focus on regional organizations playing a role in 1540, and this is one of the largest. This is the largest. Of course, we want individual states to do what they are obligated to do, but when you have regional organizations focusing on it, you get a lot more bang for your buck.
There's expertise with border controls, export controls, legal frameworks. And so with the OSCE being involved in all of these areas and covering a broad region, I believe it's extremely well positioned.
It has an action against terrorism unit, and it also has its 18 field missions. And these are areas that can take the broad obligations of 1540 and provide sustainable impact to get the member states to actually put it into what we like to refer to as their daily diet of work.
We have cooperated very closely with the OSCE so far in building capacity of states, especially in terms of the criminal justice, capacity of judges and prosecutors to address offenses related to biological, chemical and nuclear terrorism. And as such, we have also co-organized various national legislative drafting workshops to implement these related conventions and protocols, and also sub-regional and regional workshops.
A very important question where the OSCE can play a key role. That's providing assistance, finding financing in this critical stage of global economic and financial crisis, which is very important to some of the states due to the situation they have, in order to accelerate their national commitments and also obligations to the international conventions.
With regard to our country, which is in the center of Europe, we have a big problem of, not a big problem, but we face it, illegal transit of nuclear, biological, chemical substances from east to west, from south to north, and vice versa. In order to solve this issue, we're trying to train good experts, and also we need appropriate equipment. we will talk to OSCE on this issue and we'll see.
It's very important for us because we take the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction very seriously. President Obama has made these kind of issues top in his administration, from things like the START Treaty to 1540 to a number of initiatives that we have, such as the Global Initiative to Combat Nuclear Terrorism. So we have a number of actions and activities that really are trying to prevent proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. And 1540 is one of the important ones that we have that we want to ensure is implemented by all countries.